Hi guys, welcome to this week's tip of the week for Lawyers Agent One app. Again, we're going to do it from the desktop version this time. So let's get rock and rolling. I'm not going to waste any of your time. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so here we are. We are on a seller's net sheet, and I have filled in a few things here for you just for the sake of time. So I found this random new listing, 815 Ridgedale Drive in Richardson. I am pretending it's a conventional loan, 385,000, 6%. Obviously, property taxes, loan amount, all that is put in, and we're looking for a closing date next month. So where I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go ahead and compute, and what I'm going to show you is actually the cost of pricing it right. So I know sometimes agents have a hard time convincing their sellers that, hey, you really need to price it right. And sometimes if they're drive is behind just the amount of money they're going to get, this will be really good for them. They're a numbers person, numbers based, knowing their holding cost of what it's going to cost for 30, 60, 90 days or 1, 3, 5 months down the road if they don't price it right and get it sold as quickly as possible. So I hope this is something you guys can utilize for those listing appointments or maybe conversations after the listing appointment. Okay, so here we are. You'll see over here is all the stuff that we just inputted, and this is your seller net sheet. At this time, the $299,477 is what their closing costs are going to be, or not their closing costs, sorry, their net at close. You'll see right up here, this is your holding cost button. So you're actually going to click this, and it's going to pull up this little chart here. So this is the longer your house is on the market, the more it costs you. This is a great part for you to utilize for them. Here's where you can manipulate all of the data, and then I'll show you where you can export the actual document and use that to take maybe to your listing appointment or maybe to send to them after a listing appointment. So here I'm just going to walk you through it. So right now it's listed as 3, 6, 9, and 12 months of holding costs on the market. So in our market right now, we're not seeing a whole lot of that time frame. So I wanted you to be able to change that. So you'll actually click down here on the bottom right. It says months. Click that. Instead of months, you're going to click days. From this point, it's going to change it to 30, 60, 90, and 120 days, which is much more kind of how our market is flowing right now. It is going to take into the mortgage interest, their homeowner's insurance, hazard insurance, and their property taxes. Now, while those three things are things that they can never get back, so those are holding costs of them being on the market, you can actually add extra expenses when it comes to utilities, maybe cable, internet, those type of things. So you can go to right down here on the left-hand side, click edit expenses. Their taxes are going to be already in here. Insurance, interest, HOA, maybe they have an HOA, so let's say it's $100 a month. Put that in. Monthly utilities, let's say those are $1,200, maybe. And then you could obviously put any other annual or monthly expenses that they might have or that you might know about to compute in there. Click compute. And then it's going to break out the rest of it as well. So you'll see that it did add utilities to their pricing as well as their HOA costs. So on 30, 60, 90, and 120 days, they can see how much money they're actually losing by staying on the market that long. So price it right and get it off the market. So once you have this information, how to make it look pretty. It looks pretty nice as it is, but let's go ahead and make it better. You're gonna say share or print PDF. It's going to give you this document. So here it is. It gives you some did you know information. It breaks it down to 30, 60, 90, 120 days. That makes it a little bit pretty, as well as always branding you and your contact information and all of that things too. Pretty neat, right? So I hope that's something you guys can utilize. I hope that helps you in your listing appointments and just something else to have a conversation about when pricing it right is really important. And maybe they're not totally on board with what you think it should be priced at. So hope that helps. Hope you guys are doing great. Look forward to seeing you soon.